When you walk through the doors of Allendale Acupuncture and Wellness, you might be scared of needles. Well, Dr. Tasha can put your fears to rest. We're going to meet John today, who is a very avid golfer, loved to get out and go fishing, and couldn't do any of it. Why was that?
So John was diagnosed with what we often talk about, peripheral neuropathy. And he went from retirement to, I wanted to live out my retirement golfing, fishing, walking with my wife, taking cruises. And he reached that period of his life and all of a sudden couldn't do any of those things anymore.
And that's got to be pretty startling for someone to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's disappointing in your life because you can't walk with your wife. You can't do any of those things anymore. And then to layer on top of that, you've got extreme pain. He felt like his feet were on rocks. He felt like there were sandbags on his legs and he couldn't do anything anymore. And that's just frustrating for most of my neuropathy patients.
And let me tell you this, John was a skeptic, okay? John didn't really believe in acupuncture. And also, John was deathly scared of needles.
He was.
So what was he doing walking in here? Well, listen to this and find out.
Probably for the last 7 years or so, experienced neuropathy in my feet. It was getting harder and harder to move about and walk. And in the last 2 years or so, it seemed like it was getting worse and worse. And I'm talking about a gravelly feeling in my feet, and where you had like walking in sand or carrying sandbags. And I'm an avid golfer, I'm a fisherman, I like to do things like that. And I was finding more and more that I had to tell people, hey, I can't be part of the foursome now. I'm not able to participate the way I used to. So it was quite a experience to suddenly feel like, hey, I'm becoming, I am older, but really getting older. My wife and I would walk regularly. We even took cruises I have a twin brother, and we went to Germany, and yet there I was sauntering, sitting on benches while everybody else was enjoying the activity. And for me, that was one of those things where I looked forward, and when my wife said, I've seen somebody talking about this on TV, and you need to do maybe the acupuncture route. When it comes to needles, pointed objects, I said, no, not for me. Had an opportunity to see Dr. Tasha on TV, and when I did, I thought, well, maybe it is something, because she talked about the feeling in your feet, and that sandbag feeling, and that feeling that I was feeling, that prickly numbness. So I said, I'll make an appointment. So I did come through the door and had an opportunity to meet with Dr. Tasha. Right off the bat, I felt like, hey, there's somebody who seems to understand what's going on with me. And I had no clue, none whatsoever, that this was going to be what it turned out to be. And our first appointment was very, very honest. She talked about, I can't cure this, I can't heal it completely, but I think I can make it better for you, and you might see some, and she went through the whole process and explained to me what could happen. No over-promising at all. The first time I had no clue what it was going to be like. And when I sat down and when Dr. Tasha came in and did the treatment, first of all, while she was talking to me, she was actually inserting the needles. I didn't feel it at all, not at all. So it was very painless, and that was a shock. I even had to have one of the assistants take a picture of what I looked like, because I thought, this is really wild. I have needles in my legs and throughout, but I have to say it was not a painful experience at all. I guess I can't express enough how great not only she is, but also her staff. Everybody who comes in that door, who helps out, my goodness, from the front desk all the way to the waiting area to the treatment rooms. I would say that Allendale Acupuncture has really brought a whole new dimension to my life. In terms of looking forward, I have yet to be able to go out fishing yet because the weather's been so lousy, but I know that summer's ahead and I'm looking forward to that immensely. I'm looking forward to golf, haven't yet golfed, but I can tell you that my wife is shocked at the amount of walking that we're able to do now. It's helping me physically. I'm losing some weight because of it. I also find out that we went to Chicago a few weeks ago. I did 11,000, 12,000 steps on 2 days in a row, and the flexibility, the ability to say, hey, I'm limber enough now to walk a long way and not feel the kind of pain and the kind of numbness that I felt before. Is it cured? No, but it is substantially better. And mentally, quality of life in my head, holy cow, it is something that just makes every day a lot more enthusiastic for me. And I don't know if people notice it in me, but I know that I'm feeling it. And it's something that I'm very, very appreciative, especially because I think Allendale Acupuncture is part of that whole equation. and the treatments I've been going through. And I only started 2 months ago. I started just a couple months ago, and I'm still going through what I would consider the preliminary treatment. And I look forward to whatever might be coming, because if it can continue to improve my life the way it has, I'm all in.
Well, as you just heard, there is hope to be found at Allendale Acupuncture and Wellness, and you would love to see more people.
I would, and I would love to change more people's lives. That's why we do what we do. I don't want anyone suffering. I want the hopeless to feel hope, and I want you to come in and meet me and my incredible staff, get an idea of what we can do for you. With that, we offer a complimentary consultation, so if you give our office a call, we would be happy to schedule that for you.
Yeah, come in and get the real story. No false promises. Learn about how Eastern and Western medicines are being combined here at Allendale Acupuncture and Wellness.